Welcome to the Solution Podcast.
Yo.
We are back with another episode for you. Today we are discussing, is cancel culture the real big brother?
Oof.
You can check out all our socials and Clips channel, Rumble channel, everything is in the description below. So check that out, engage with us. And yeah, let's get into this. Is cancel culture the real big brother? That's what we're talking about.
Well,
I think.
Let's define it first.
Yeah, let's define this. So on Wikipedia, it says cancel culture is a phrase contemporary to the late 2010s, early 2020s, used to refer to a culture in which those who deem to have acted or spoken in an unacceptable manner are ostracized, boycotted, or shunned. The term cancel culture is predominantly used when these responses are to right-wing actions or speech.
But it's rare when the responses are to left-wing actions.
Interesting.
Or speech. That's an interesting point.
So it's bias.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm surprised Wikipedia's
so honest.
acknowledging that.
Yeah, normally they try and cover up stuff, isn't it?
Yes, they do. Very much so.
So it comes down to who is in control of cancel culture. If it's got a bias like that, if it's leaning more to one side, that means the person behind it is dictating it that way.
Well, it's rare to responses that are left-wing. So basically, it looks like this cancel culture is left-wing operated.
It's a term that somehow emerged in society. Came out of what? This is what I want to find out. Why did this term come about? Where did it come from? You see what I'm saying? What caused it? I said, this is what I wanted to know. You know what I mean? What created it? You know what I mean? Like, but apparently it's been around since the 2010s till now. And we are hearing more and more about cancel culture. You see what I'm saying? So, to me, cancel culture is just a way of silencing people that do not follow the agenda. I call it the agenda. Whatever that agenda is, it's if you go against that agenda, you will face the wrath of cancel culture. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You will be cancelled. Yeah. To me, that's what cancel culture really is.
Where is this agenda coming from? Like who is setting up the agenda?
I think it's either political. It's definitely like there's a group who are organized and have a goal. Like maybe they're faceless because they're so organized that they're underground, but it's definitely like humans behind this with a goal, and the goal is to silence the other side that don't agree with the narrative. You get blackballed. You get, what's this? What did it say? Ostracized.
Yeah.
Like you no longer can communicate your message to the mainstream through mainstream platforms. You no longer can sell your products and services, so you can't eat through mainstream platforms. Like is a big deal. Is a real thing.
I think a good way of measuring it, is what's being cancelled.
Yeah.
As we've got
your social media.
No. What message is being cancelled? So they're analyzing the messages. What kind of messages are being cancelled? Because I think they alluded to that in there, where they said it's more of like the right wing rather than the right wing messages are the ones that responses are to right wing actions or speech, but it's rare when the responses are to left wing. So, for example, Andrew Tate cancelled. Yeah. Why? So
traditional values.
Yeah, exactly. You see the messages.
Yeah.
The messages is usually a good indication.
Of what?
as to who's responsible for this cancel culture. Do you see what I'm saying? And me personally, I the way I do, I work it out logically. Okay, what's the system? That's what system is in control now, and it's that system. And what does that system allow, and what does that system does not allow? So obviously, right-wing messages that promote traditional values, that promote masculinity, is definitely not allowed. Okay, messages that go against abortion, it's the ones that they don't seem to like. They want to cancel those messages. Do you see what I'm saying? So it leads me to believe that it goes back to, again, feminism, liberalism. It goes back to the ideologies that are currently ruling the Western world today. You know what I'm saying? And that's what created cancel culture. You see what I'm saying? I think that's what created cancel culture. But I think it was inevitable. If I'm gonna be all the way honest, it was inevitable. It had to. In order for this message to continue to, this anti-life message, this anti-family message, because that's what it is. That's what liberalism and feminism is. It's anti-life, anti-family, anti all of that, right? In order for it to continue to progress, in order for it to continue to create, you have to have something in place called cancel culture. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing that's going to stop people awakening from this, from the slumber of the left, that the left puts them in. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, Andrew Tate comes along, he wakes up a lot of people. You have to, if you didn't have something like cancel culture in place, how would you stop him?
How do you think cancel culture is affecting us in Britain compared to the US? Because we still have a conservative government, and we have done for quite a few years. But it still seems like you can't say much here.
I don't think we have a conservative government. I don't know what your take is on that, but I think we have an extremely liberal. I think it's an extremely liberal, extremely feminist government. I mean, I think America has more freedom of speech than we actually do here.
For real.
Yeah.
Like, don't forget, going back to Andrew Tate, who's the country that's attacking Andrew Tate the most?
Britain.
Outside of Romania, who is it? Britain. Britain is on their neck, is on his neck. You know what I'm saying? They want to see him go down. You see what I'm saying? So to me personally,
so basically, it's the conservative government is pretty much the liberal policies.
You can call it conservative, but to me, it's just a nice name. But it doesn't really represent conservative values. You know what I'm saying? It's more like liberal values. So,
I hear that.
What's the next one?
Okay. What is the purpose of cancel culture?
I would say to silence people. To silence traditional voices, to silence traditional values, to silence anything that goes against the feminist agenda, anything that goes against the liberal agenda, which is one and the same. I think that's what the purpose of it is. It only serves one purpose. It's to cancel those voices. That's it. You know what I mean? And kill freedom of speech.
Yeah, I think like more in particularly is to silence the people that are a potential threat. So it's people that could influence public mainstream opinion. So like people that have been cancelled, like from Alex Jones, Donald Trump was cancelled. Like big figures like Andrew Tate is because like if it's us, we won't get cancelled, not yet. But if we got to their level of influence,
people have influence.
They'll bring this up.
They'll
bring this up once we get big enough. They'll bring this up.
They'll
like, see what they were talking about back in 2023.
Exactly. They'll like start clipping these old podcasts.
Taking it out of context. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So it's like a tactic for the people in power to stay in power. Hence, you know, with their agenda, they want to get to their agenda, accomplish their agenda.
Using matrix language is like a way of keeping people plugged in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, to the narrative.
Yeah.
It's all about controlling the masses.
Yeah.
If you get an influential voice coming up that counters the idea that you're trying to push, that's not good.
Yeah,
it's not good for business.
Yeah, it's not good.
So
it's not good for the agenda.
It's not good for the agenda's business.
Because all it takes is one person of influence to affect people, and it could set them back. May not set them back like forever, but it will take, push them back a few steps.
Yeah.
Of working their plan. But what can you do until you figure out how to cut the head off the snake?
I think that was the biggest problem with Andrew Tate, is that he was getting into a level where he had so many followers.
Yeah.
That he was actually getting to the position of power where he could influence elections.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't. Yeah. They just couldn't have that.
Yeah. I was going to say it's more than just having loads of followers. It's people were listening.
Yeah.
And they were following.
Yeah.
Like not just following on thinking, like on their own personal lives. It was having an impact on them on a personal level. You know what I mean? It was, people took it from, oh, this is not just entertainment no more.
Yeah.
This is serious. I'm actually going to apply it on my real life. Yeah. In my real life. And that is a problem.
Yeah, like a real cult following.
Yeah, that level of influence is a problem to the agenda. Yeah. Because the agenda is not just to control people, it's to get people to accept whatever it is that they want them to accept. You see what I'm saying? To accept their agenda and live out their agenda. Now, it's like, if I can get people to live out my agenda, then that's, great. But if someone comes in and can influence people to also live out their agenda, now we've had friction. Now we have a problem. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. How are we gonna? One has to go jail. The other
has to go. It's not worth risking a revolution. Basically, they're just like, what we're gonna have, especially of the age of the young men that Andrew Tate was influencing. These young men. Yeah. Basically, are we gonna risk having like angry young men? Like becoming self-aware, owning their own businesses, being fit and strong, thinking independently. We just can't afford that. Yeah, let's get rid of them.
Exactly, because once they start using their intellect and reasoning, they're gonna see how things are and be baffled and will challenge it. And that's something they can't have.
If you're trying to kill masculinity, and someone else is reviving it, that's a problem.
That's a problem. Yeah.
That's a problem, bro. I'm gonna have issues, bro. I'm out here doing something.
Yeah. This guy,
you counteracting what I'm trying to do, bro. Messing up.
It's like say if we recorded and posted a podcast every day and there was someone there deleting it.
We're gonna have issues, bro.
Who is this guy?
Doors will. We'll have to knock some doors. You know what I'm saying? To get to the bottom of this. You know. Is that the thing?
Okay. What does it mean to be cancelled?
That's a really good question.
I think it's like mainly a social media thing, isn't it? It's like getting cancelled, from what I see anyway, from people in the spotlight. It's like their social medias get cancelled, bank accounts might get cancelled. They might have a flight restriction, like Nick Fuentes wasn't able to fly. They can put all kinds of restrictions on you. Banking.
It's like what you call it? It's like a stain on your brand. If you see humans as individuals as a brand, if you're cancelled, it's like your brand is like I said, it's like you've been blackballed. It's like you've got an X on you, and society ain't supporting you, isn't helping you. You're like just out in the wilderness by yourself, like, and this is what's happening. This is what happened over something someone is saying, not like it's not hurting anyone.
It's not even an action. It's just talking, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, my feelings got hurt. That's it. You're cancelled. But the thing is, I think So what's the question again?
What does it mean to be cancelled?
I think it means to end your livelihood, to end your reputation, to end your livelihood, because most people are orientating their lives around social media now. Most people are trying to use social media. It's almost like we are going to become so dependent on social media for income.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Just to function in society. People use social media for everything. To run businesses, to do whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's like there will come a time when all interaction will be through social media.
Like the metaverse and all that.
Everything will be through social media.
Blockchain is all interlinked, man.
Everything will all be through social media. So it means, it's like, and if you don't play ball, if you don't follow the agenda, if you're not a good boy, you know what I'm saying? If you don't behave yourself, you know what I mean? Your livelihood can go. Your reputation can go.
There's consequences.
There's serious consequences. You know what I mean? And that's people who start selling their souls for materialistic things again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you remember that film? Wesley Snipes versus Stallone, Demolition Man?
Oh yes, I remember that.
Remember that film?
Vaguely.
Yeah, like the society was a certain way, and those that weren't with it were living in the sewers, were living underground, eating rat burgers.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Burgers.
Right. That's what it's good. It could get like that.
It will get like that.
Yeah.
It is. That's cancel culture is getting like that.
Yeah. That's what it's leading to.
Yeah.
But if you see, there are a few people who are getting cancelled who are still making a livelihood out there on the other side. See, because the thing about the internet, it is, even though, I mean, you can have your agenda on your platforms, but the thing about the internet, it is a free highway of you've even got the dark web out there. And so if you take, for example, Nick Fuentes and Sneeko, who both been banned, they're actually doing better now than when they were just on YouTube. They've got like Cozy TV, you've got Rumble, and I think it also forces them to look into avenues to not be dependent on the big few that have a monopoly out there.
I think that's harder. I don't think that's easier. I think what's easy is to just follow the rules, use YouTube, use whatever, follow the rules, use TikTok. If they cancel you off of all those platforms, yes, you're right. You're gonna have to go into the dark, you know what I mean? The dark ages, you know what I mean? The dark internet.
It's still like the normal internet.
Yeah, but
you could create your own platform.
But you have to have enough clout for people to follow
100%.
you on that level and to give you that loyalty. Do you see what I'm saying? Most people don't have that. You see what I'm saying? They could just end you like that. You know what I mean? And you have to rebuild again and all of that. And most people are not on these other platforms. Most people are on YouTube. Most people are on TikTok. Most people are on on Facebook and Instagram. Do you see what I'm saying? So it will make life harder for you. Whichever way you look at it, it will make life much harder for you. And don't forget, they can go as far as arresting you too.
Yeah.
Look at what happened to Andrew. They can go as far as arresting you too. They can cancel your bank accounts. They can make up stuff. And the biggest danger to me is the fact that they can clip you out of context, make you look like something, and have you charged
and get you in
court. Because I mean, you're putting out content, right?
Yeah.
And that content can be manipulated to mean anything.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You can take a clip of me saying one thing and just, you know what I mean, like push that out.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, men are already getting charges pressed on them and getting false allegations and having to face the consequences of jail and charges with video content clipped. It's just more kind of proof,
and it's not just video content. It's stuff that you posted.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Stuff that you put. Oh, you're homophobic. Yeah. Oh, you're anti this. Or you're anti that. You know what I mean. Something that you posted a long time ago, where you completely, you know what I mean. You didn't mean it in that way. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what? That's it. That's good enough to end you completely.
All it takes is a little edit here and a little edit there, and you've got something completely different.
And some more edits here, and some
Yeah,
more edits
yeah,
there.
Placed out of context.
Edit here, edit there. We'll go along.
Well, the thing is, now with AI,
Yeah.
you can
clone
clone someone's voice. I don't know if you guys have seen those things of like famous people talking rubbish over their own videos. They've done it with Donald Trump and another actor or something.
Yeah.
It like clones the voice perfectly, and you can just type in anything. And it's
it
over a
sounds like
video,
them.
and it's over a video of them speaking. It just looks like them they're saying it.
They could type the most outrageous stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then look what he said.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
I mean, the criminals are already onto that, like scamming people on the phone and stuff.
Yeah,
sounding like family members and asking old grannies for money and stuff.
Mad.
Right, this is a problem. Right, this AI
world,
thing.
Bro, sick world.
It's like that scene in Terminator 2.
Yeah,
where he picks up the phone and he pretends to be the mother and says, "Yeah, come back for dinner," and then he like kills his stepdad.
Oh man, that's exactly
That's
what
real
that
life
is.
now.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, these movies, man, they showed you what's coming.
They're just predicting the future.
They just predict the future.
Yeah,
and they were all pretty much feminist movies as well. When you look into them, you look into them. They're
absolutely.
Got to add the feminism part.
you got to.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, watch any movie now. Go on Netflix, just pick any movie.
Yeah, I can't even watch Netflix.
It's disgusting, bro. The level of feminism in it.
I'm just studying, just reading.
You can literally see, you know, it's like the Matrix. Like, you can finally see, you can understand the codes.
Yeah.
It's like, because you understand feminism now, like, properly.
You see it in action.
Watch a movie and you literally see the feminist agenda just being played out.
Yeah.
You see the satanic agenda being played out. It's it's crazy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's even more interesting to see it on old movies. So I watched The Matrix the other day, and there's a scene in it where Neo's going into the final battle, and he's gonna save Morpheus, and he's like, right, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
And that hit like his girlfriend wants to go as well.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, no, I'm gonna go alone. And she's like, what? You can leave me behind? I'm coming with you. Like, she gives all this like grief to him, and he's like, okay, you come along as well. Right, really? He should have just been like, no, woman, you stay here. I'll save the world. I am the one. I don't need your help. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, she had to get in there, man.
She had to get in there.
She was the lead. She was the lead.
You know, this is the 90s. It explains a lot. Okay. Where can we see cancel culture active today? Well, I think we talked about one of them, which is like the movies on Netflix and
social media
and
everywhere, man.
Everywhere, you work.
You can see it
everywhere.
You can see it on the news.
Yeah, if you ain't down the program, you're getting cancelled.
Yeah, like,
the news is a big one, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'll be like, this person said this, that, but like,
I mean, Thingy, what's his name? Is it Piers Morgan?
Yeah.
Apparently, he got cancelled.
Yeah.
Then he came back again. I don't believe that he ever got cancelled. I think
give him some credibility.
No. To me, it's part of the agenda. And then he comes back, and now he's almost playing like this role of a regulator. Like it's almost like okay, we can't just cancel without kind of giving people like, it's like, look, I'm still giving you a chance to come in and explain yourself. Yeah. So he's almost like
the
like
referee.
Andrew Tate gets cancelled, but he gets invited over to his platform
to explain himself.
You know, and then because he's got the reputation that he does, and apparently he's been cancelled, which I don't believe he's been. It was free. Now he kind of like, look, I'm giving a voice to the people that have been cancelled, and I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Like, so it looks like it's a fair system, but it's not. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, So you can see it on the news, you can see it on social media, you can see it. I mean, it's everywhere, man.
People's attitudes.
People's attitudes towards the people that are being cancelled. If
you say the wrong thing around the wrong people, you are, you're going to get funny looks. You can't just talk around anyone about like Andrew Tate. You kind of got to pick and choose.
I think there's going to be a time when people are going to be getting violent.
Do you think it's going to get that bad?
Yeah, people are going to be getting violent towards. No, come on, bro. It's already happening today. You mentioned something that people don't agree with. People are like they get in your face.
Yeah.
They get really aggravated. They really upset with you. Like, how dare you say this? Blah blah blah. Look at the things: racism, LGBT. You can't say certain things. You see what I'm saying? You can't mention certain things. You can't without people finding that as an excuse to be in an uproar. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you already that's a good one. People, like, you're seeing it in people. People are becoming the cancel culture of what we are seeing on social media. People are becoming that cancel culture. I mean, look at the name, cancel culture. It's a culture. Culture is made up of what? People, right? Yeah. So it's a culture. It's made of people, made up of beliefs, and so on. Yeah. So people are becoming the very thing that will cancel you. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
I think this is the biggest problem that that free thinking, independent people are going to face now. It's the actual people.
Yeah. Because I can actually see them going violent, like, because they're like emotional people. Like when they're challenged with their beliefs and they can't logically, intellectually fire back, they're gonna result to violence. They're gonna overreact.
I think it's deeper than
for a tantrum
or being emotional. Emotion, I think, is the reaction. But I think it's like, why wouldn't you, like, ask yourself this question? Why wouldn't you logically defend your argument? Like, so for example, I say, abortion is murder. Okay, cool. All right, you believe that. All right, let's have a good discussion about that. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, that's what a logical person, a person with integrity would say. You know what I mean? Okay, let's look into it, mate. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you say that. Okay, here's what I think. You know what I mean? Like, that type of stuff. Yeah. It's like, but they don't take that approach. They go straight to emotional outrage and anger and so on. I think it's deeper than that. I think there's something there that they're dealing with on a spiritual level.
Oh, like they're possessed.
On the spiritual level, that they can't shake it, and that's because something is causing that, because that's not natural reaction. You know what I mean?
It's over exaggerated. Like,
it's over exaggerated. Like, you disagree with me on a lot of things. I disagree with you, but I don't see you getting in my face or me getting in your face and be like, you know what? You know, like, there's something there that's just
fit. It doesn't fit the interaction. That response doesn't fit.
I see
that.
It's almost like they've been possessed by all the individual features of this agenda that is being pushed. So when they see a view that is opposition to that, it just triggers them, and they're just like, you can't. They'll say, you can't even say that. You can't say that.
Yeah. I reckon it's like, imagine a woman that's had an abortion, that believes in it, has had an abortion, and then has been told by society that she did the right thing. You've done nothing wrong. So you kind of invest in that, and you kind of find peace in that. You know what I mean, or some kind of like tranquility, or some kind of some kind of like I've managed to kind of cope with that, you know what I mean, and then someone because we're living in a so-called free society where we're allowed to have free speech, and someone with a different opinion comes along and says, hey, abortion is murder. Now you've just gone against, you know what I mean? Like, it's I've managed to find something that gives me some kind of peace. Society kind of told me that even though I know what I did is wrong, is bad, this is saying, now you're coming around and you're telling me and proving me wrong. Like, how dare you? You know what I mean? Like, that.
The first thing is guilt, wouldn't it? It'll be guilt. It'll be then, like, oh shit.
And then anger,
and
rage. Then the rage is coming from an inability to accept it. Because society tells them that they did nothing wrong. You see what I'm saying? And how dare you tell me that what I did is wrong? Like, who are you to say that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then they just do something crazy. It's like they were possessed.
I think it definitely is a type of possession.
The cancel culture demon.
I think so.
Can freedom of speech and cancel culture coexist?
I think there actually needs to be a level of regulation, because, like, if some radical person is saying something radical that damages people, like Hitler, for example, like he was saying some crazy stuff. If cancel culture was around, hopefully they could have shut him down early, but he just got stronger and bigger and stronger. And with a message like that, it maybe had to be controlled or cancelled.
I don't think it can coexist. I agree with what Kobe's saying.
Yeah.
But I think there's better ways of sorting that out. So, for example, we do have laws that against like inciting violence, for example. We have laws against that. So you don't have to cancel that person's platform.
That's a fact.
You can just go straight up there and arrest them. You know what I mean?
If that's what should happen.
If it really is that bad,
that's
what should happen.
So I don't think it can. I don't think they can coexist, because the idea of freedom of speech is that I can say something that offends you. You see what I'm saying? And you don't harm me for it. You know what I mean? Like we can say things to each other that offend each other, and it's okay. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference between doing that and inciting violence against another person.
True.
There's a very big difference.
True.
I say something that you don't like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And me calling for the death of a group of people or a certain race. You see what I'm saying? It's a big difference. You know
so
what I
what
mean?
about stuff like racial abuse? Like someone saying like curse words and stuff, like offensive words.
I think you should be
racial
allowed,
words.
I think you should be allowed to racially abuse people. When I say abuse is a strong word. But for example,
say racial stuff to people.
Yeah, I see
racial slurs are actually a good thing.
Yeah.
I got no problem, to be honest.
I see people using racial slurs all the time. All the time online.
Shows me where you stand.
But the thing is, I hate to say it, but it's like only racial slurs towards black people are not allowed, but racial slurs towards white people, for example, are always allowed. I see that consistently
double
online.
Standard.
So to me, is it a good thing to do? No. You know what I mean? Like, should you be racially like attacking other people or making jokes about other people's races? No, you shouldn't. It's just like, why would you do that? You know what I mean?
In the name
like,
of free speech.
But in the name of free speech, if someone, as long as they're not inciting in violence against black people or violence against white people, then I'm all for it. Do you see what I'm saying? But making racial jokes, I don't see the problem with that at all. Because the hypocrisy is that we see it from all sides. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and everyone says it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but one is more punished than the other.
Yeah,
and that's where I find the bias. You see
Yeah.
I mean, I actually think it's a good thing to kind of go through, because it kind of you kind of build a defense system a bit against being sensitive over something that really isn't that important. It's just words, and I like when I've experienced it, and as a younger person, and I got a bit older, I always thought that was what made me stronger and less sensitive to that stuff.
If you heard it later on in life type thing.
Yeah.
Bro, I went through it in Portugal. I went through racism. I went through racism by the hands of white people, and I went for racism by the hands of black people. So I went for racism from both sides. You see what I'm saying? So to me, all it taught me is that people are capable of racism. That's it. There's a whole bunch of stuff that people have done that I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it right? No, it's not right. Do I wish it was different? Yeah, I do wish it was different. But does it really, like, is it hurting me? No, it's not hurting me. It doesn't stop me from getting a job. You know what I mean?
Like, I think I would like, personally, I want to live in a world where people can say their truth, so long as it's not hurting others. People and inciting violence, people can say, like, physically, people can say their truth, man.
But one argument, it could be, it could lead to violence. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but it could lead to violence.
But that's where the inciting violence comes, or
Well, that's the argument that they're trying to make. This could, but the thing is like this. Then that means you won't be able to say anything around anyone because anything. Imagine if you create a world where people are so sensitive that you now can't say nothing around anyone. But then you forever be in danger. I mean, how do you you heard the term grow thick skin? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because people are flawed. People will do things to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like someone will hurt you, whether it's your own people or whether it's your own race or another race or whatever. Someone, even if it's nothing to do with race, someone will do something to hurt you somewhere. If you don't have thick skin, you shouldn't even be in the world. It's you know what I'm saying? Because the world is not a good place for you to be in if you're that sensitive. You know what I'm saying?
But let's look at the situation, the Rwanda situation. That was based on words and.
Well, it got taken to the next level.
Yeah, it got escalated crazy.
The
genocide.
The genocide. The Hutsis and the
of them just going back and forth.
No, but they were actually inciting violence. They were blaming another group of people for their poverty, for their whatever, and they saying we should go out there and kill them all.
Yeah, so it wasn't slurs.
No, it wasn't. It was literally inciting violence. It was literally saying
it went too far.
These people are to blame.
Thing as well.
It was political. The whole thing was political. They took over the radio station. They were saying these people are the reasons why we are in this position, why we are blah 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 blah, and then the genocide took place out of that.
Yeah, but with regards to people just saying their opinion, what's on their heart, should there be anything wrong with that?
Yeah. So, for example, white person say, "I don't like black people."
Yeah.
So. I don't like you too.
It's what they do after that, I guess. Yeah, with regards to what they say, I got no issue.
I think that's in poor taste. You shouldn't be saying stuff like that.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be saying I don't like black people, I don't like white people. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you're gonna live in a world
people out there
where people have freedom, because there are people out there that don't like you.
Yeah,
there are people that
can't win everyone.
Yeah, exactly. You can't win everyone. Do you see what I'm saying? Like as long as I'm protected by the law, do you see what I'm saying? Like that's what I care about.
Just stay civilized, and it's not taking inciting violence. If it's words like at school and stuff, those cuss words, and those things never got to me, man.
And as long as it's not tolerated in schools and what do you call it, professional working places and so on, as long as it's not tolerated in those places,
I don't even care. Like, so long as it's not inciting violence on the side, people can say what they want to me. Like, I just whatever.
Yeah,
but I've always had that high tolerance, I reckon. Not everybody. Some people you disrespect something about them, and they just lose their minds,
and they just and they actually they want to hurt you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They take it that far, and
well, that's the thing. If you stop people using these racial slurs and stuff, the problem is that we all get too sensitive. On stuff. We get oversensitive on stuff that you don't need to be sensitive about.
Yeah, because it's like, it's not an immediate threat. It's not an immediate danger.
It's like, if that's especially...
But it could be a signal, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the world of social media, like, people are going to say what they're going to say. It's like... that's wild.
Yeah,
they're not saying it in your face either. You know what I mean? They're saying on social media.
That's even less harmful.
Yeah.
If it's on social media. It's like people saying crap
online.
That's even more funny.
Now let's cancel them. Let's whatever. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? Come on, man.
Yeah, that's sensitive, man.
Which gender is more affected by cancel culture?
Oh, definitely men. What women get cancelled these days? I don't even hear anything.
I can't even think of a woman that's been cancelled. Can you?
Maybe off one or two platforms, but not to the levels that men get cancelled. Hell no.
Also, maybe that feminist, the anti-feminist that was on Just Pearl. Can't remember her name.
Has she been cancelled?
I don't know.
Yeah,
she's the only
somebody
person
like that. Yeah, but it's just Pearl got strikes and stuff for YouTube.
Oh yeah, she got cancelled from TikTok, I think, wasn't it?
From TikTok,
that's for calling fat girls whales.
Yeah. So it happens, but not to the degree as men. But men are more likely to be out here sparking things because the mainstream narrative is feminism. So women are got to be in line with it. They're going to be supportive of it.
That's the thing. The way it is, the way of things are going, it's anti-men, isn't it?
Exactly. So
I can't think of one woman that has been cancelled on that level, on the Andrew Tate level, on you know what I mean? Like, I can't think.
But is there any women putting in work like that? Are there any women with that kind of influence?
No, the women don't really get to that kind of level, isn't it?
So that just proves that there's an agenda against masculinity even further. It even further proves that there's an agenda against masculinity. Personally, the fact that only men get cancelled, and only men with a certain message get cancelled. Conservative with a conservative message. You know, those are the men that get cancelled. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I would go as far as say a Christian religious message, those guys get cancelled. What's that guy? I think we did a reaction to him. Wasn't the guy that he hangs around with? No. There's a Christian guy that he goes around preaching, and he's got.
What that was at the rally.
He's a Canadian guy. He goes all around the world. No. This guy's a Pastor Lynn something, I don't know, Pastor Lynn something, Okay. But anyways, he goes around and this guy's been arrested, this guy's been beaten up, this guy's been you see it all, and they cancelled him from all platforms. He has to he's got another website now, and people have to basically go on his website to see his videos because he's no longer allowed on platforms. So those people get cancelled as well.
And people that expose corruption, they get cancelled.
They get deleted. Corruption.
Whistleblowers they get deleted
big time.
And it's usually men.
And it's usually men.
Women aren't trying to risk themselves like that.
They don't go against the agenda. They don't need to because the agenda's with them.
Exactly.
There you go.
Okay, what message is more affected by cancel culture?
I think it's the conservative message. It's to me, I've seen is the Christian message, the conservative message, the traditional message, the right wing message. Those are the messages that the anti-Satanist messages, the anti-feminist messages. I mean, just to mention a few, right?
Pro-masculinity messages.
Pro-masculinity messages. Just you know what I'm saying?
Everything against the grain.
You know what I mean? Like those are the messages that we consistently see being cancelled, being attacked, you know what I mean? Like, this has to stop. These people are hateful, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's basically anything that isn't liberal or left wing.
That's crazy though.
What about speaking out against what Kanye did, like the real estate agents, the small hats, you know? That community. You're getting cancelled. You speak out against them. As well.
There's certain things you can't.
Like
even like
what's it? Kanye, Nick Cannon.
You just have to look at the messages that don't get cancelled. Compare them to the messages that get cancelled, and you will be able to work out what the agenda is. And
whose side is on whose side.
Whose side on whose side. It's like it's really that simple. It's not even difficult to understand.
It's very clear.
Very clear.
That's the thing. And that's why it's still so shocking that it's difficult to talk about these kind of things with most of the population. Most people are still just stuck in the matrix.
Literally. I mean, I think they're stuck, or they believe in it, they're invested in it, they appreciate it, they see value in it, and they don't see the alternative they can see is it's a step backwards. They don't see things getting better. They probably think things will be worse.
Well, no, they think things are the best that they've ever been.
Exactly.
They've been convinced.
Exactly.
That this is it. We are living the best human evolved existence that we've ever lived.
And that's what the propaganda's been selling them.
Exactly.
This is the best times ever, people.
Women have got their rights. We can divorce anyone we want. We can have got all the money we want to get. We just have to go and work for it. It's
let's put rainbow flags everywhere.
Rainbow flags on the street,
everywhere.
And that is literally anti-life. Like everything that they promote these days. You know what I mean? Like,
and people are embracing it.
If you're promoting divorce, you're anti-life. If you're going against marriage, you're anti-life. To me, everything. If you're promoting individualism, it's anti-life. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but that's anti-life. All of that, in the long run, it doesn't create families. It doesn't create a good society. It doesn't create a moral society.
Okay, so where do you think this is going then? Is cancel culture the new agenda?
It's definitely part of the new agenda. I think it's a necessary implementation to the agenda. Do you see what I'm saying? And it came at the right time. When social media started exploding, people started becoming more dependent on social media. You know what I mean? And then they implement the cancel culture. So it's almost like they timed it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like it was timed. Okay, let's wait until more people are dependent on social media, dependent on these devices. You see what I'm saying? And they're addicted. And then implement cancel culture.
Up,
Why? Because you're gonna get backlash. You're gonna get backlash from people that do not support the actual agenda. So because you're gonna get a backlash, guess what? You have to implement cancel culture. So it was a necessary implementation that had to take place in order to kind of steer the agenda through. You know what I'm saying? And so that it doesn't get no backlash. And it gets people to accept it. You know,
because they're invested.
So
it's the more the more people see the value of their social media and their phones, the more aggressive cancel culture is going to get. The more dependent people become on their devices and stuff, technology, the more it's going to get aggressive, and eventually they'll just be limited to what free speech will be done.
And we're going to become more dependent. We are dependent on it. I mean, we are dependent on it for many reasons now. It's not just, before it used to be I can send a few messages, I can post a couple of pictures. It's no longer that. It's people are trying to make money off of it. No wonder why they monetized it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you can make money off of this. So it's like my livelihood now depends on this. And we know that people losing their livelihood is like a big reason why people will go along with the agenda. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, damn, I don't want to lose my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to lose the money that I'm getting. So guess what? I'm just going to go along with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, it's a fact.
That's why, like, in like an office type of situation, people just have like learnt to shut their mouths and just kind of go along with stuff.
Shut your mouth.
Shut their mouths at home. I mean, at work, at home, in public. Shut their mouth everywhere. It's only in comfortable spaces they might relax with people they could trust. But in general, their mouth is zipped.
We should do a protest. We should do like a picture. Where we put sellotape or one of those like over our mouths, you know what I mean, and take a picture like this, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that'll be jokes.
They're stopping us from actually talking, you know what I mean? With the Solution podcast hats and all of that, you know what I mean? We need to do a picture like that, you know what I mean? Protest against the agenda to kill free speech.
But it's interesting how they kind of use cancel culture to influence people who aren't part of the agenda, and then when someone does come up with something against the norm, they use those normal people who are already brainwashed by the cancel culture to then report them and then get them cancelled. It's it's weird. It's almost like they're recruiting.
They're
recruiting.
They've got their little fan base now.
And it's so psychological.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, crazy.
What does cancel culture mean for society in the future?
Means society is going to be limited in how it expresses itself.
I think it means tyranny. I think it means the worst tyranny we're going to see. Like, if they can get people, if they can psychologically manipulate people to attack you that have a different way of thinking. You know what I mean? And in a sense, getting people to choose to kill freedom of speech by themselves. If they can do that, that is the worst type of tyranny. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it can come from anywhere. It can come from anyone. Can now look up your details online and come and attack you. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's not the Gestapo that's going to show up at your door. You know what I mean? The government doesn't even need to do much. You know what I mean? People will be
just lock up your bank account.
People, exactly. They can shut your bank account and they'll leave you at the mercy of those people that already hate you for what you've, you know what I mean, for what you believe in. It's tyranny in the worst way possible.
Damn, they got us, man.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. That's kind of the last point as well. It's like they got us checkmate.
It's checkmate.
There's nothing we can do. It seems like we're stuck with this.
The only thing we can do is convert as many people as we can into understanding that you need to come out of this matrix. You know what I mean? And the more people you convert out of it, you know what I mean, the more likely the more chances you've got of building a good society again. You know what I mean? But the game is to convert people. Because you're not beating them. So it's a people's game. They converting people. We have to convert people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a people's game. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that they have, because they are the government. You know what I mean? They have the advantage. Just what I'm saying?
They got the resources,
and they have the resources. They can reach more people quicker. Just what I'm saying? So yes, our work is gonna be harder than theirs. You know what I mean? But we still, but this is what it means to fight tyranny. But it's a people's. In the end, it just comes down to a people's game. It's about
push back,
converting people into believing the right way again.
Yeah. Platas y plomos.
It's a difficult uphill struggle, but you know, we'll try.
For the sake of the next generation.
We'll play our part.
We'll try. Give some pushback.
Yeah, man, that was a good show still.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yes, guys, we'll see you next time.
The next one.
Solution Patriots.
Much love.
Yeah, that was a good one.